another exciting day in the Your Little Castle studio. Welcome to the studio, Annie Rowe, Kate McInerny. Did I say those names right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks for
we're
having us
excited
here
to have you both in here because we're always looking for experts in the industries that we talk to people about. And when I guess Annie has a secret in, right? Annie has a secret in. I've known Annie for a long time, and then she helped my neighbor, Brooke. I knew John, and now I know Brooke. You've done a great job. Brooke's an incredible neighbor. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. That's how I met you for the first time. I had no clue that you were next to my client.
Yeah, you actually were talking to him. You and I met before hanging out in St. Louis and running
Oh,
around
yeah.
many
back in
times.
the
And
days.
then as I was chatting, I look over, I'm like, that's Annie helping my neighbor, John, who was a great guy.
Yeah.
So you've been doing this for a while now. What's it like being a real estate agent since 2008?
Well, when I started back in 2008, I just took the license, and after a few months, guess what? Market crashed.
Wow, yeah.
Who knew? The market crashed, and but I took my license, and I still built my own business. Back then, I had no absolute clue what I was getting into, but since I was so determined to build my own business and clientele, and I started from the scratch, and I even had a tutor to teach me how to pass the license, real estate license. So that was a challenge, but once I took the license, I was so passionate about meeting new people, connect with people with different personalities and background, and it was great thing to network people, and then you never know how people will come into your life or how I impact their lives. And you have to gain the trust with people. And I feel like, the way I approach the clients is gain the trust. Be honest from the beginning. I think I'm too honest person. Be straight with you.
I know the type.
Yes, and I think it's very important in this business to be honest and loyal, and it's basically no shortcuts.
No shortcuts.
No shortcuts, and
right.
You will bump into a lot of challenges through these real estate transactions, and you have to become a problem solver.
That's for sure.
You know that, right?
Well, I tell you make a couple great points there to get us right into some of the stuff. St. Louis is a small city with regard to everyone knows everyone, right? And so with that, I'm going to give a shout out to a couple of our awesome sponsors because I got to know Brooke Dubman personally by just running around St. Louis and seeing him at events and seeing him at festivities. And then he became a guest on the Cowboy and Judge show, which leads to another thing I'm going to talk about in just a second here because we have some other special guests in studio today. And I said, hey, Brooke, I'm starting my own. This is my third show. Now we have a fourth show, but this show really was all about real estate. And I said, how could this fit better for anybody other than Carroll House Furniture? Because, Annie, would you agree it's tough to have a house if you don't have any furniture?
Right.
Okay. Very, very much the case. Cool. Also then in studio, and we always like to point this out because we do have such cool sponsors, USA Mortgage, the Steve Flowers team. Steve is in studio today with us and his wife Emily, and we're really just excited to be working with USA Mortgage and a great sponsor here for the Your Little Castle show. All right, Annie, I'm going to put up on our TV wall your website. Look familiar? Do you know that young lady?
Oh, yes. Well, now I'm going back to, when I started business in real estate agent back in 2008, and market crash, and I still kept going, got into more foreclosures.
Foreclosures, right?
Yeah, short sales, and you have to keep it going, right? And finally the market picked it up, and basically, I felt like just stay consistent and persistent all the time. Once I work with this client, why did this person pick me? And I'm very much a detail-oriented person, and then when work with my clients, obviously we all work best interest to the clients and make sure you guide them in the right path, to decide, how they're going to do with their financial investment and achieve their goals. It's been tremendously helpful and grow as a person within this business by meeting so many clients that became my close friends even. I have a couple that
is so cool. That's what I was about to say. If you begin to become friends with the people that are in the industry that you work with and your clients, you close relationships with them, right?
Oh my God, it's been amazing relationship that I have with my clients, and it become like my family. And then it's just not about the real estate. You building friendships, and it's not just the sale you got out of a client. It's more like a long-term relationship that I'm looking for. And I always say this: be honest and loyal to your clients. You will get so much back. What you put it in, it always come back good to you.
That's a great philosophy. Well, you've brought with you Kate McInerny. Kate, in the industry for a long time now, you're switching a little bit of a role, right, to be in the actual real estate side of it and helping people to get into houses. Is it great to be working with an expert like Anni?
It is, and piggybacking on her, we actually were friends. 20 years ago we met in public, and I reached out to her. So Worth Clark is my third brokerage, and it's a right fit for me. So I, through the industry, leasing, property management, and I just decided to become my own boss, and Worth Clark is great, and Anni's a great mentor and a great colleague.
Well, tell us, why did you decide to get into this industry along the same lines?
So when I was young, I knew that I had a thing for architecture, and I was kind of like a person staring at decor and homes, and it was a constant thing. So especially, historic buildings and old buildings in the city is so unique. So I kind of was just so involved in staring at that I said, this is what I should do. Also, it's about the people. Worth Clark too, it's really about the people and not just commission. It's, you really want to work with people, and then you're working with them to help build their lives, and it's happiness in the end. It's, happiness with a family that might be building a new future. So it's a rewarding career.
Well, we've got on the wall now your page. You're on Worth Clark, so we'll share that information with everyone there. And it's Kate McInerny, M-C-I, that's an I, N-E-R-N-E-Y .worthclark.com.
Correct.
Cool. All right, so you ladies are working together a lot, training, developing, building. What's it like building a team together?
Well, Kate and me, like she said, we knew each other for 20 years. And I knew that she was into leasing back then, and I was into buying and selling. And then obviously we follow each other on Facebook. So it's a natural thing. You've been seeing me selling and buying, and then suddenly I got a phone call from Kate that, hey, I took my license.
She's my sister from another mister.
Exactly. So she said,
that.
I've seen you with this company. I'm very interested to get some more information. So nothing to, just convince her to move. I was just talking about our great company, Worth Clark Realty, and what we have to offer, and she was super excited about it. And then she met up with our broker, and just happened so fast. Yeah, and then she knew me, and since this is the first time she's getting into real estate buying and selling, so obviously I have my expertise and experience for 14 years, so I want to share my experience with her, what I've been through, and from prospecting the clients to closing a deal.
Well, and it's different. So this is my third brokerage that this is the right fit in Worth Clark, being agent owned, and we're our own bosses, but you have a mentor through a few transactions. It's just, I found the right place. So
tell me, ladies, what it is that you believe really separates yourselves from, because there's a few other realtors in town. What do you think you do? Kate, I'm going to go to you first on that one.
Same as agent owned. So we are actually our own bosses, and we have mostly virtual, but our agent support, I could be in an office without support, but agent support online, 100% available. We brand ourselves. We get to be our own boss, and that separates ourselves from wanting another company to make us what we are. We can be ourselves, and that's the most important, is being honest and true to what we have. But the support is great. It's very great. Marketing as well. So a lot of platforms, different software. They provide a lot of different software and branding that we can use and utilize as well.
And I understand Worth Clark is one of the largest in the St. Louis area. A lot of agents here.
Yeah, actually, according to St. Louis Business Journal, we got ranked one of the fastest growing company. 2020, I think we were ranked 17, and now we bumped up to 16th place. And we're growing so fast that we're expanding now in Florida and Texas, and we do have in Kansas, Illinois, St. Louis, and then
A lot. I mean,
yeah,
we don't have to name all the states, but several U.S. states.
yeah,
yes.
we're constantly growing, and hundreds of agents are joining every year. And when I started back in 2017, when I joined, I think we're not maybe 100 agents. Now we're suddenly thousands of agents
Right.
in this company. So it's been a blessing to join this company, to be part of, to grow professionally and company-wise.
I'll let either one of you jump on this question. What is it that you say is unique about St. Louis with regard to the real estate market? I'm kind of throwing an impromptu in there on you, but St. Louis is a dynamite city. What is so cool about St. Louis with regard to why people want to live here?
I've watched it grow over the years. Growing up in West County and then residing in the city, I've watched it change drastically from like the Grove being, condemned to expanding, and the expansion of the city and trying to make it a better city. And I think the expansion of downtown and the stadiums and things, it's over a couple of decades, or a few. I don't want to say how old I am, but yes, I think the expansion is something kind of amazing to watch over time, and keeping the historical buildings as well.
Great, well said there. I agree with all of what you said there. I mean, we have been known as a sports town for a long time. We had a great football team not too long ago. We got the football team is coming back now with our Battle Hawks. They said that's going to be I think 2023. So, Annie, why do you think St. Louis is a wonderful city to live in?
I think I ended up in St. Louis when I came from. Originally, I was born in Korea, and I lived in Sweden for 15 years, and then I came here. So, and this is the city I only know, and I feel like it's very much affordable to live here. And I've been in the big cities, and be honest with you, it's the pricing, the house pricing is way more affordable than East Coast or West Coast, and it's, still I feel like, we went through this crazy market lately.
Well, thanks again, ladies, for being on the show with us today. We appreciate your time. It's just valuable information. People, we've gone beyond where we get these quick 2-minute, 3-minute clips. We want to sit down with somebody and really get to know them. And thank you for taking the time to come to the studio today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. This was very fun.
All right, everybody, stay tuned for more. This is the Your Little Castle Show. Some of our experts in the community spend a little time with us. More to come.